Hello, my name is Fitnat Agri. My book review is on the 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader, written by John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is a worldwide recognized leadership expert. He is an author, he's a speaker, he's written over 24 million books in 50 different languages. John C. Maxwell is a founder of Equip and Enjoy Stewardship Service. His organization has trained over 2 million leadership worldwide. He frequently is a keynote speaker every year to Fortune 500 companies, international government leaders, to the NFL, to United Nations. He's a New York Times best-selling author. He holds a Master of Divinity and in ministry as well. The purpose of this book is to convey concise lessons on leadership to any individual that is in the leadership position or someone that wants to be a leader in the future. The purpose of this book, according to Maxwell himself, is to help an individual recognize, develop, and refine the personal characteristics that is needed to be a truly effective leader that will inspire others to follow suit with them. The target audience for this book are leaders and people who want to be leaders. The strengths noticed in this book would be that the author takes some time to outline 21 qualities chapter by chapter, and in doing so, he asks thought-provoking questions. He asks the reader to pause and reflect, encourages the reader to not read the book in one setting, to pause, to reflect, to re-amend current practices or approaches that the individual uses, and provide strategies for improvement by the end of every chapter that he terms as bringing it home. The qualities that he talks about in his book are as follows: character, charisma, commitment, communication, competence, courage, discernment, focus, generosity, initiative, listening, passion, positive attitude, problem solving, relationships, responsibility, security, self discipline, servanthood, teachability, and vision. The book is also written in a manner that makes it very easy to grasp. It's very informal in its writing. It's a very welcoming book. It's very engaging. The weakness that I noticed in doing this book review is that this book seems to be geared towards a specific audience, and that would be people that are in leadership position. Although there are thoughts communicated that can be generalized to a broader audience, it is predominantly for people that are already in leadership positions. The objectives of this author, again, as mentioned before, is to help the individual recognize, to develop, and refine. In this objective tab here, I outline a quality that he reflects on in chapter 2 of his book. So in chapter 2 of his book, John C. Maxwell addresses charisma, and he says that charisma is the ability to draw people to oneself. The author encourages the reader to then recognize traits that they might have, such as pride, insecurity, cynicism, that can draw people away from them and cause them to reflect upon that. And in develop, the reader will start to implement the strategies that are shared in the book, such as changing one's focus, changing one's view, sharing oneself, playing the first impression game, be willing to learn about others. And the last stage would be refinement. In the refinement space, the development process grows by observing one's communication, one's conversation over the next few days as to how one communicates with total strangers or to new people. And if you're seeking to know more about them, or you just want to pose a more reflection of yourself, as all these things can contribute to development of a key quality of charisma as a leader. So overall, these were the qualities that are in the book and the objectives that were in the book. I would highly recommend this book. This is a book that has been sold. There's over 1 million copies of this particular book that has been sold. That it has so there are a lot of people that definitely recommend this book, and I do as well after reading it. It can be applied to the general audience, to the general public of leadership. From wherever stage that you are in leadership, there is something that you can get from this book that can help enhance your leadership skills. For that reason, I would highly recommend this book. A suggestion for further action would be that although this book is highly recommended, it is geared towards a certain group of people, such as people that are already in leadership positions. Therefore, I would suggest that an area of opportunity would be for the author to specifically had to differentiate between strategies that would work best for someone that is new into leadership, a novice leader, to someone that is aspiring to be a leader versus an experienced leader. Because I believe the all these three different stages of leadership have things that are applicable to them at the stage that they are at. Overall, this was a great book, and I highly recommend it, and I truly hope that you make some time to read this book as well. Thank you for your time.